Hey, peace, peace, peace. What's going on, y'all? It's James here, and I'm coming to y'all with another verse, another scripture, straight out of the Bible app. And yo, normally a lot of times I get my verse out of the phone on the app, right? I tell y'all like, yo, you could wake up and just look on your phone, and that's what I've done. But it's so accessible. Like I always tell y'all, you can download it anywhere, Google Chrome, anywhere you have an app store. Today, because I lost my phone the other day and I'm waiting for a new one, I actually got the verse off my computer. You can go like again. You can go into your app store. I have an Apple computer, Chrome, anything like that. Even if you don't have no store, right, or you can't figure that out, you can literally go on the internet and type www.bible.com, and guess what? It'll come up and it'll give you that verse right there and there. And I say that all the time, and I preach that to you guys because I be wanting to make the recognition and where we're the same at the connection is that I'm just like y'all. I'm not somebody that's studying this verses the night before. I'm not preparing lessons throughout the week. I'm not pulling things out of my hat and doing all these out of my mind and doing all this research on them. No, I'm waking up just like y'all. We fortunate and blessed enough to wake up in the morning. That's what I'm doing. I might not even do it first thing in the morning. Sometimes I look at the verse, it might be already afternoon or nighttime sometimes, right? We human, right? And as much as we want to get on this word and do it daily, and things happen in life, right? Sometimes I don't do the videos at all, right? But I'm gonna keep doing them as long as it's called on my heart. But in order to say that, again, I'm not a scholar, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a bishop, none of that, man. I'm waking up, like I said, getting prepared for my days and what the day's gonna have for me, and I go in there. Let me get this verse real quick, and all I do is I come here and I record and tell y'all what I think it meant to me when I read it. That's it. Anybody could be doing this. Anybody. Any one of y'all that read the verse of the day could be coming here and be like, hey, I read it today, and that's what it meant to me. And people that are studying these verses and are making lessons, preparing it, God bless you. And I'm not saying that was a bad thing. I'm just saying that's not what I'm doing. I don't want people to think I'm some type of guru or you have to listen to what I'm saying. I might be getting things wrong. What I feel and what it says could be completely wrong, or somebody could have a completely different opinion on the verse, all right? So, again, download it, get it anywhere, you get your verse, man. So, let's get into today's, all right? Today's is going to be 1 John 4:11, all right? It's a good one, y'all. Got me smiling. Dear friends, since God loved us that much, we surely ought to love each other. This is the author, 1 John. This is instructions, basic instructions for leaving the earth. Dear friends, since God loved us that much, we surely ought to love each other. Again, I love it when Jesus is talking, when God's talking directly, because I tell you that I take that very, very literal. But even when I read the other authors of the Bible, right, especially in the New Testament, a lot of these and most of these they were around Jesus. Right? They was around the master, the Messiah, right? They got the teachers directly from in front of them. So I believe when these words are being spoken, they're being spoken through them. That they're coming from God, they're coming from Jesus, right? So you might as well take this as literal, also. And these are instructions, and he's telling you right here, look, dear friends, since God loved us, that's number one. If you're a believer, you know that God loves you, right? If you're a believer, you know that God died on the cross, painful, very, very painful death. You know he had to deal with a lot of temptation that it probably wasn't easy, as a human being. Even though he was still God, he had to deal with loss. Even on the cross, he cried out. Remember that. Even on the cross, he cried. Knowing where he's going, he still cried out. Why have you forsaken me? Right? So he went through all these things. And it says, since God loved us that much, that he did all that for us, that he left. Right? If you're a believer, this is the thing that you believe. That he left the right side of God. Heavenly place, kicking it. He was chilling. Feet up. Right? Left there to come down to deal with the filth, the nastiness, the craziness, the ignorance. Just of what the world was offering, with how they treated him and what they did to him. Knowing that, right? Willingly did all that. And at any moment, he could have stopped and left. He could have put it in. I'm going back. I'm out of here. Right? But he fulfilled that. So, if God loved us that much, if he did all that, not saying you got to do that. If God, because he already did that, right? If God loved us that much, we surely ought to love each other. Catch that. It doesn't say we surely ought to love like God loved. It doesn't say that. We'll never understand his love. We'll never have the love the way that his love is for us. We'll never attain it. We're not God. We can't fathom that. I don't think we can fathom the sacrifice. I don't think we can fathom just what it has to be like, man, to demonstrate that unconditional love. That means while you're sinning, while you're hurting, when you're cursing them out, but still loving you, still protecting you, still watching over. He didn't say you have to love like that. He didn't say that. Dear friends, since God loved us that much, since he did that, then at least we could do is surely ought to love each other. Right? Again, if you're a believer, right? You're a Christian, right? You believe in God, you believe in Jesus Christ, that he came down and he gave his life and raised up and he saved this world. Walk like it. That's why I think he's saying walk like it, right? You don't have to walk around, conniving and trying to cheat people and being just into yourself, right? Self first, so I'm gonna get myself right. Attitude, just nastiness, right? That's not love, right? I believe that when people see us as believers, they should see God on us and in us in some type of way. Even being sinners and knowing we're going to sin to the day we die, right? The goal is to sin less. That's number one, right? There should be something on us and in us, right? Think about your father or your mother, right? Let's say my mother, Miss Holmes. A lot of y'all may know her, right? Very big in the community. Everybody loves my mother, right? Everybody loves her, right? She carried herself in such a way that for me to carry myself in not that same manner or complete opposite will reflect on her, whether intentionally or not intentionally, right? They say, that's Miss Holmes' son. He out here doing this and he doing that, but she carried it and made it like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're messing up the legacy almost in a way, right? It's like how you preaching this and saying this, but your son is out here, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes we make ourselves as Christians, as believers, make other people look at us crazy. It's like you saying you believe in God, and you said your God did this and God did that and that, but then I'm looking at you and there's nothing on you that can identify with that, right? So love each other. Show love. And like I said, that doesn't mean you have to be the best buddy with somebody or anything like that. But get that hatred about you. Get that negativity off of you. And put other people first sometimes, right? Spread love, man. What Boogie say, it's the Brooklyn way, huh? But it's the G-O-D way, all right? I hope that helps somebody today. Try to spread a little more love today in some way that you feel or that's on your heart. Ask God to put it on your heart and your spirit. It might not be today, right? It's just something to think about. Whether you agree or you don't agree, you can hit me on here. You can hit me in the DM. I hope y'all have a good, blessed day. Spread love. Peace.